We were looking at writing our introductions, our leads, so that we can get that reader interested. So obviously the next step is working on our conclusion. Avery, read the information in the checklist for the ending or the conclusion.
In my conclusion, I reinforced and built on the main points in a way that makes the entire text a cohesive whole. The conclusion, I reiterate how the support for my claims overweighed the counterclaims, restate the main points, respond to them, or highlight their significance.
Okay, reiterate that. Think of you're just restating, you're still making it clear and almost repeating what you have stated previously in your paper. So again, these are things that I will be looking for in your conclusion. If you look at the 7th grade argument paper, second sheet, not the second page, second sheet. They have their conclusion, and they even started out, in conclusion, I would like to say that we have nowhere else to go play. You do need a lot of space to play football, and there aren't a ton of football fields or yards around everywhere. If we have to go play in football leagues, our parents will have to pay money for us to join, and that is not fair. We need the space on the school grounds. Schools should support students' passions and interests. Football is a fun game which is full of invigorating exercise, both physical and mental. It is a passion for many of us, and we are all asking you to reconsider your ban. Please let us continue to play football on the school grounds. We promise we will make sure we play safely. That way everyone will be happy. And of course this was an argument in a letter form. But again, the writer in this conclusion has reinforced, build on their main points in a way that makes the text cohesive and whole. The writer restates the main points and highlights their significance. We'll talk about writer tone tomorrow. But again, techniques for powerful conclusions. Restate your claim and reasons. Emphasize why the claim and evidence matter. Why is it important that we have competitive sports? Or why is it important that we no longer have competitive sports, depending on your argument. Acknowledge the debate surrounding the argument and situate the claim. Let your argument help to grow new insight. You leave your reader with something new to think about. There are 3 conclusions in front of you up here. How would you rank them? Gives you 1, which one's the best? 2, it's so-so, or 3, it is not an adequate conclusion at all. Think about, did they rephrase the claim? Do they talk about how it might be important? Explain the significance, why it's important. Did they maybe make some connections? Did they give the reader something new to maybe consider and think about? First 2 rows. Second row, you partner with the person in front of you. Discuss those 3 conclusions. Does it have all the aspects that are needed? You 2 partner, you 2 partner. Caitlin and Aiden partner. Dane, why don't you come over here and partner with Whitaker and Ray. Come on. So talk about which conclusion is the strongest, which is maybe the weakest. What falls in the middle, you think? Caitlin and Aiden, you got to get closer together so you can talk and discuss and move it over. Discuss why you rated them the way you did. Which one would you definitely, probably not use, and why? Livia.
Number 1, because all it says is, as you can see, the middle school tryouts for competitive sports should end, and then it says, join the drama club instead.
Okay, so it does give maybe the reader something to think about, and it does a claim, but it does nothing beyond those. Okay? How many of you say 1 definitely, no go? All right. Which one would you use? Which one would you use? Andrew?
I would use like conclusion 2 because it tells us why, like more details about why we have football games on the sport field
Okay.
and like more facts.
Okay, they're talking about tryouts here, so not so much school fields. Okay, but you say it has a few more details and telling why. Okay, Blake?
I agree with Andrew because number 2, not just because it's like the longest one, but because it has a lot of points that it like kind of sums up the passage, you can assume.
Okay, it's telling there's an issue with a debate and it's complex. They're again acknowledging there is this debate out there, so we have that. And it's restating the claim. There's no doubt that tryouts are in some ways historical tradition, but simply because something has been a tradition doesn't make it right. So it kind of again acknowledging the other side and then saying this is what we should do. It should be a priority for our school to allow anyone and everyone to join teams. And then they go on to even give maybe a possible solution. You give the reader something to think about. So again, had it, everything that should be included. Restating the claim, giving the reasons again, why it's important, acknowledging a little bit about the other side, and giving the reader something maybe new to be thinking about. Okay. Today, when you are working on your papers, you'll be writing your conclusion. When you get that done, if you have not taken care of your introduction or you don't have your counterclaims, those are things that you need to go back and work on. Any questions? Your chairs may remain the way they are as long as when I am checking either from my computer or walking around, you are not elsewhere, places you shouldn't be on the computer. All right, quickly, back to your seat.